What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 22, and coming into today we are sitting at a record of 36-9 on the series. This will be the final episode that we're using this team, and we still haven't brought Mega Blastoise into a battle yet, so we're gonna have to change that today. Anyway, before we do a refresher on the team, just a friendly little reminder in case you guys haven't done so already and you would like to show your support to the channel and the series and all that fun stuff. You can do so by clicking that like button right below this video. That always helps out tremendously, so thank you for those of you that do stop by and show your support every day by doing that. And you can also leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions or, I don't know, the Pokemon that you want to see used in a future session or something. Feel free to put that down below. I appreciate all the suggestions and input down there. You guys always think of things that I never can seem to get to on my own. So, yeah, I guess that's the great part about having different perspectives. Anyway. That was just a long-winded way of saying that. Anyway, we should probably go over the team here. We have our Assault-Vested Conkeldurr and Choice Scarf Magneton have been putting in most of the work for this team, honestly. We got the Mega Blastoise, although we haven't seen that in action yet. Maybe I'll just bring it in this battle just because we haven't seen it at all yet. Then we have our Life Orb Zoroark, which is great for the illusion, you know, mind games and all that stuff. Tyrantrum is a decent stop to Talonflame. It's a Dragon Dance set, even though Scarf is much better. But that's just what I have for now. And Weezing is also a pretty decent stop to Talonflame, as well as a great check to a lot of other physical threats on battle spots, like the Landorus and Conkeldurr that we see on the screen right now, like the Haxorus, Garchomp. Weezing can take on most of them. Even Mega Kangaskhan it usually will win against, provided you hit the Will-O-Wisp, of course. So I'm going to bring the Weezing, and we're going to bring the Blastoise and lead off with it just because, yeah, I said it already like 4 times, but we haven't seen it yet, so I want to see it do something. And let's see, who do I want to bring? If I bring Zoroark, I probably should rearrange this a little bit, just because having Zoroark in the last slot makes no sense, because you don't get an illusion that way. I guess we can bring Magneton, because Starmie could be a problem. Not Magneton, Gengar could be a problem, and we have a decent answer to Talonflame. I mean, I know Weezing can, but if we need Weezing to handle things like Conkeldurr or the Haxorus, we're going to need an answer to Talonflame as well, because he may just bring more than one of those strong physical attackers. So there you have it. Let's get into the battle here. This whole mini session thing just went by really fast. I feel like I don't know. It still feels like this is the first episode, basically, with this team. So he's going to start off with that shiny Gengar, and we actually win against this, because we can just Dark Pulse it. I don't really have anything I want to switch in. I mean, I could get cheeky, predict a Sludge Bomb, and switch in Magneton, but if he goes for Shadow Ball, kind of in trouble. I don't want to get put into a range where Brave Bird might kill, because, yeah, or any type of priority, really, not just Brave Bird. Brave Bird was a bad example because that's a 4 times resisted hit. I'm kind of tempted to just, yeah, we're going to Mega Evolve and go for the Dark Pulse because we can take any hit from this thing. I mean, the worst thing that happens is that he goes for, like, Destiny Bond, maybe, and we both die, and I'm fine with that. I will make that trade. So we're going to see the Mega Gengar shiny, and the shiny model for Mega Gengar is just beautiful. That white is just gorgeous. So he's going to go for the Sludge Bomb. I could have switched in Magneton, but I didn't. That doesn't quite do half, and we're going to get a Dark Pulse off, and that's going to hurt. In fact, that is going to be an Oko. Wow, I was not expecting that. The power of Mega Blastoise, ladies and gents. Whew, so huge threat out of the way early on in this match. That puts us at a big advantage. Out comes the Starmie. Okay, what are you going to do? I mean, you don't really have anything to hit Magneton with. So I'm pretty confident I mean, we might just be able to switch Magneton in here. Because he's either going to go for, like, Psychic or Psyshock or T-Bolt, and Magneton can take all of those and retaliate back with a T-Bolt to kill this thing, and we can save Blastoise. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch in the Magneton. He goes for the Grass Knot. Grass Knot Starmie. That's interesting, and that kind of does a lot of damage for it being a resisted hit. But, he also did not show an item. No Life Orb. Kind of makes me wonder if this thing is Focus Sash. This Hydro Pump will hurt. I'm still going to go for T-Bolt, though, because I don't know if we're going to need Magneton for anything else. If it's Talonflame, we still have Weezing. And nope, that's not a Focus Sash. That's just a dead Starmie Magneton. Yet again, putting in the work. Whew. Alright, so we still have 3 Pokemon left to our opponent's 1, which puts us in a great position, and that is pretty much going to be the match because his last Pokemon is Talonflame. Brave Bird will not kill me from there, and we can just T-Bolt again. So this is going to be a fast opening match here. It's going to be quite the fast opening match. He's just going to forfeit because he knows that I'm Scarfed because I outsped Starmie, so yeah. That's going to be a victory for us. We were 36-9 coming into today's episode, so that makes us 37-9. We're approaching a 30-game differential slowly but surely. We might get there in the next couple of episodes if we keep on our winning ways. So far, this team has only lost once, so that's not too bad. Not too bad out of 5 battles, right? 5 battles? Did we have a bonus battle? I don't think we did. Yeah, so I think we had 5 matches, we won 4 of them. That's not too bad. Alright, so we're going up against somebody from Osaka, Japan. Another Talonflame. I'm so happy I brought Magneton and all these things that check it, because Talonflame has been just everywhere. Everywhere. Almost every battle with this team has been infested with Talonflames. Not that that's a problem, because most of my team beats it. So we got Talonflame, Mega Mawile, Mega Kangaskhan, Togekiss, Gastrodon, which is a little bit interesting to see on Battle Spot, but I'm not going to complain because it's something different. And Skarmory, which is also kind of something different. Don't see a lot of Skarmories. So we're going to go with Zoroark, and we'll go with Weezing again, and Magneton. I feel like Weezing has been on almost every team, but that's just because it checks all of the physical attackers. So there you have it. No Conkeldurr this time. Just kind of interesting. Conkeldurr's been seeing a lot of screen time throughout this. Now looking at this team, Magneton really does a number on it. It can beat Talonflame one-on-one, obviously. It can also beat Togekiss and Skarmory one-on-one. So that's half his team right there, so that's why I definitely wanted to bring it. And we have Weezing as a backup plan and to also take on the Mawile and burn it. So he is going to lead off with the Togekiss. This thing might just be Scarfed, which is still a problem. Because I don't think I can one-shot it with Magneton. I don't know. This Togekiss is pretty bulky. It doesn't matter, though, because this isn't actually Magneton. So I kind of want to knock off and just sacrifice Zoroark just to get rid of this Choice Scarf. That's kind of silly, though. Kind of silly. I'm going to do it anyway. And he does go for the Flamethrower. Can we take that? We might be able to take that. Yeah. Oh, and he gets the burn, the 10% chance, which is probably higher because it's Serene Grace, isn't it? Forgot about that. It still only puts it at like 20% though, right? Anyway, we do knock off the Choice Scarf, which is good because now we should outspeed it and we'll be able to get a Flamethrower off. There's no reason to go for knockoff again. I mean, even if he is going to switch, he's probably just going to take me out though. He's probably just going to want this thing dead. So I'll go for a Flamethrower. And we'll see what he does. But this thing not having a Choice Scarf could potentially end up winning us the match later. I don't know. As we get the burn with the Flamethrower. So we trade Flamethrower burns. That is weird. That is very weird. I mean, it's a little bit more plausible just because of the Serene Grace on the Togekiss, but still. So with the burn damage, this Togekiss is definitely within range of a T-Bolt KO. And we can force it out here with Magneton. Now I could go for Volt Switch and get Weezing in, or we can just straight up go for a T-Bolt to kill this thing, or Flash Cannon even. Let's see. Is he gonna want to save this thing? He might. He might, because he doesn't know what my last Pokemon is. I mean, Flash Cannon has worse coverage, but I don't necessarily want Gastrodon coming in for free, which it could here, if that's one of his Pokemon. If I go for an electric type move, he is going to withdraw the Togekiss. So he wants to save it. Gastrodon? No, the Kangaskhan. He's going to bring in Kangaskhan to take a T-Bolt. And that almost does a half. Oh, man. That only did a little bit more. I would risk staying in. But, unfortunately, we can't worry about that. If his last Pokemon is Talonflame, we're going to win this. because Weezing will beat Kangaskhan one-on-one, especially with all that prior damage. Hopefully he goes for Fake Out here. Or EQ, that would be even better. We're going to see the Mega Evolution, so he's probably not bringing them a while. I'll probably write that off right now. Let's see what he does here. Probably not going to go for Return. Oh, he goes for Power Up Punch. Okay, that's kind of like Fake Out. Unfortunately, it does raise his attack by 2 levels, but I'm pretty sure after the second hit and the second Rocky Helmet damage, a Sludge Bomb just kills him from there. So we're in a great position, and in fact, if he hits us with a Return, that's just going to kill himself too. Although it might also take Weezing out, so we may trade an eye for an eye here. And he goes for the EQ inexplicably. Why? And now Sludge Bomb's just going to take the Kangaskhan out. Was he just expecting me to sacrifice Magneton, or is that a misclick? I'm completely confused by that, unless he really just forgot that Weezing has Levitate. I mean, I know it's Battle Spot and you don't see Weezings. So, I don't know, a player that is normally, you know, on Battle Spot or plays a lot of VGC or OU or something doesn't remember what Weezing does, but and his last Pokemon is Talonflame, so this match is pretty much in the bag from here. Anytime I see Talonflame when I have Magneton, I get so happy. Because people just love to just bring it in and think they're going to win by spamming Choice Banded Brave Birds, and pretty much there's really no variant of Talonflame, no common variant of Talonflame that beats Scarf Magneton. So he has the Citrus Berry, and yeah, that was not enough for a 2-hit KO with Brave Bird, as he's going to Roost here. I guess I could have Pain Splitted, but I wasn't sure if he had the Roost or not. So that's that. We'll go for a Sludge Bomb again. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a little bit of a poison thing going on. Just kidding, we get a critical hit. That's fine. Now he's going to Roost again, I guess? Yeah, he's going to Roost again. If we get a poison here, which we're bound to eventually, I mean, it's a 30% chance. And even still, you're not going to win this. It's just not going to happen. And there we go. We get the poison from the Sludge Bomb after like the 3rd hit or whatever. And with that residual damage, he's not going to be able to recover enough HP. So we can just continually Sludge Bomb here. There's really nothing stopping us. He is going to go for the Flare Blitz in the off chance that I switch in Magneton here, predicting a Brave Bird, I guess. But I'll happily take that damage and finish you off. Just kidding. We're not going to finish you off because you're going to finish yourself off with all the recoil. Down goes the Talonflame. So, yeah, Talonflame has not beaten us. Not in the last 3 episodes. And that's a good feeling. Every time we've seen one, it's died. So out comes the Togekiss, and unless this thing has Roost, which I'm guessing it does not, because it had a Choice Scarf. So there's the Flamethrower. That'll finish off Weezing. And we can bring in Magneton to Flash Cannon it, and that's going to be it. Or you can T-Bolt it. Doesn't really matter. He's offensive, so he probably doesn't have HP investment. And even if he did, from that range, there's no way that you're taking a Flash Cannon from a Magneton. So I don't think we used Flash Cannon at all throughout the 3 episodes. We might as well show off the pretty cool animation that it has. Down goes the Togekiss. That'll be a victory for us. That brings our record to 38-9. So it's like a 29 game differential, something like that. Yeah, it sounds about right. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. That first battle went by really fast, and the second one lasted a little bit longer, but it ended up only evening out to about like 14 or 15 minutes or something. So still kind of a short episode, but nonetheless, start breeding my team for the next session already. If you guys have any suggestions, make sure you put those in the comment section below. Like I said already, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or comment, or whatever you want to do, and I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.